hot cup of news with your girl, Mika Diamond. Pour yourself a cup. It's morning tea.
Yo, 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 yo. It's the Morning Tea Radio Show right here with your girl, Mika Diamond. And guess what, y'all? I got some amazing guests. They are no strangers to the Morning Tea Radio Show. They have absolutely been guests on the Morning Tea Radio Show. So I'm going to let them say good morning to everybody while we get y'all to come on in the room, as the people say on Facebook all the time. Come on in the room. Get in the room. So, y'all, good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, we've been lit since about 6:30.
Good morning.
Lit. So the people who don't know you, who need to know you, we're going to start from the top. Introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are. Yeah, we got an amazing conversation today. Like today is going to be super, super dope. So do us a favor, share the live, comment, let us know that you are in the room. But most importantly, enjoy the show. We back. We are back. The beginning of August. Kim been texting me every week and asking, Mika, where are y'all at? Are y'all on? We on this morning? I don't see y'all. So now we are definitely in the building. So make sure you tag somebody, share the live, comment, engage in this amazing conversation because it is Women's Worth Wednesday. It is Women's Worth Wednesday. And if you don't know about Women's Worth Wednesday, listen, the women get in the room and we have authentic conversations. So I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves while we get some more people to come on in the room. But we're going to start with Miss Kim at the top.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is me, Miss Kimberly Powell, that amazing event coordinator and curator of Party Possible Rentals and More here in Katy, Texas. I miss y'all. I'm glad to be back. Thanks for having me again, Mika.
Absolutely. So whoever want to go next, this is our show. So we just going to dive on in this thing.
You can go.
Okay, I'll go next. My name is Rebecca Davis. It is wonderful to be back on the Mika Diamond Show. I'm out of Dallas, Texas. I'm the owner of Rebecca Davis Enterprises and a host of other things. But I'm on here. I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to pour. I'm a all-around girls, and I just want everybody to win. That's me.
That is definitely you, Rebecca. That's definitely you. All right, Miss J, the one. Look, let me tell y'all something.
Come
Hey,
here.
y'all.
It's your girl Jack Kelly. I am excited to be on today. Thank you, Mika, for the opportunity. I am the founder of Jordan's Heart. We still on and popping, y'all. Let's go. I'm excited to be on with these ladies. Let's go.
Let's go.
Get it. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Listen, y'all, so if this is your first time tuning in to the Morning Tea Radio Show, we utilize this platform for businesses, entrepreneurs, those who want to grow and enlarge their networking territory, but also we have adult conversations. I always say we like to pull the layers back and keep it real. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get in on these lives. Sometimes people do podcasts, radio, whatever the case may be. We want the shows to be without the fluff. Like people don't want to know all the glitz to the glam and all those things, but we want the glory story. We want to know, what have you gone through? There are some people that are in a space, right? And they need to get out of this space. And so sometimes you just need to be able to listen to conversations in order to say, you know what, either my situation is not as bad as what I think it is, or even to the point to where, I need help. Or even if you haven't had the experiences that we talk about on the Morning Tea, you just never know when an experience will knock on your door. And when it does, you can go back to these conversations and think about what took place with certain people, certain scenarios, certain situations, and you can change the narrative by applying some of the things. And sometimes y'all know for sure, sometimes we listen to the Morning Tea and it's almost like we have to change our perspective of some things because you get a chance to hear other people discussing some of the things that you have either gone through. And then you'd be like, okay, I need to go change that. Like, yeah, I was wrong. If I could really be real with myself, if I could really be 100, as the young people say, I need to change that, or I need to make that wrong right. And so I definitely appreciate everybody who has been rocking with the Morning Tea. Even in the absence of my shift, I now reside in Grand Prairie, Texas, Tejas. So, oh Lord, Kim.
H-Town is always what
Ain't nothing, Rebecca. Don't
ain't nothing better than H-Town.
Listen. So, just excited about the move. Excited about now. I'm finally settled into my new norm, and I'm just excited. And well, let me say this before I even move on. First of all, let me just share this. Rebecca was the first person out of my crew who knew that I was officially moving. She knew last year.
All right.
So and I want to say this because as people always know, I love to give people their flowers, right? And when I shared the information with Rebecca, she was the first person who made me feel not only, I'm gonna say the second person because the first person was the reason why I moved, but the second person comfortable that I was not by myself. I was not alone. I had one tribe member that could assist me and has opened doors for me and allowed me to network in her space, build in her space, and just being an all around, as she says, girly's girl, a girly.
Yes.
Right? And so I just want to show appreciation for you because if it wasn't for you embracing me in this new situation, she my running buddy now. Like, Rebecca, where we going?
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca.
Where we going?
And baby, she goes too.
Listen, so I just want to share that publicly because oftentimes, we may be in situations or scenarios where people know me. I'll never, ever, ever leave you behind. Ever. Whatever I got, you got.
Yeah.
So it's great and it's awesome to walk alongside someone who does the same thing and has the same heart. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you for doing that for me. So what up, y'all? They coming on in. Shout out to my daddy who was on the live. It's just something about when the daddy say, baby girl. I am the baby. I am, and I'm a daddy's girl at the same time. So shout out to everybody. We got Michelle, Dr. Michelle D. Saxton. Marcy is on the live. Miss Sharon is on the live. So we appreciate y'all. Do us a favor, share the live so that we can get others that would join in. So y'all tell me what y'all been having up. Rebecca just turned 50.
Oh, welcome to the 50 club.
Listen, she's embracing a new season.
What?
She's a like the people say, you a seasoned saint, Rebecca.
She coming in hot.
What has been going on? Like what? Well, let's start with Rebecca. Yeah. What has been going on, Rebecca, since you turned 50? And what is some of the things that you've learned since you have embraced this new age? If you can look back, because I know you was having a time with this date getting ready to take place. So let's talk about it.
I never knew the true meaning of like a midlife crisis. And I don't know if 50 is considered midlife or not, but
no,
it was hard for me, y'all. It was like hard. I was like, oh my God, where did the time go? Like, I'm supposed to be 30. Like, I'm 30. I was 30 and some for so many years. Like, and it just came up on me and I felt, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna just be full transparent.
Yeah.
I felt so down, I felt low, I cried. Wow. Because for me, I thought I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I haven't done enough. I wasted so much time being in the shadows. I wasted so much time being afraid. I wasted so much time worrying about how people were gonna perceive. And now I'm here and I could have been doing this and doing that. But then it was like the closer it got to it, it was a calm that came over me. And it was like, how you did it was how you were supposed to do it because people are watching and you have helped so many people. So, but I would say what has hit me is now I just give zero now. I just give like,
it be that way sometimes.
Man, I want to grow up like
years ago. My friend Sherry, she told me years ago, she was like, once you turn 50, you're going to care. You're not going to care about how to make people feel. You're not going to care about anything. You're just going to do it. And that's what's needed. So yes, that's it for me. But it was different. It was.
But and listen, y'all, let me tell y'all this. I got to tell y'all this. So I have seen Rebecca. I've seen her in business. I've seen her at the retreat, relax, where, you know, we just chilling and we having a good time. When I say the way I saw her on Saturday at this party, I said, oh, she is enjoying herself.
That's all right.
She is enjoying herself because I had never seen her, and it was such a pleasure to see her finally free. It looked like you were literally free, like you was like, I'm gonna enjoy myself. And so
It felt like it too.
it was good. It was so good. I said when she came in that door, I said, oh baby, she is busting it wide open. You hear me? She is busting it
Oh my goodness. Like, bam.
yeah, when she came in,
You
like,
did.
I'm here. This is for me. And y'all, girl, y'all just had to listen to her. But so Kim, tell us what all you've been having going on.
Oh wow. Well, first off, welcome to the 50s Club, Rebecca. We're over here. Baby, listen. It is what it is. But I'm still in a little bit of training on taming its mouth. Sometimes, you know, sometimes I gotta get permission on. Can I say this? Then I think back, girl, yeah, you can say it. But nevertheless, on a business aspect, I just been rebranding, you know, rebranding my business. Being able to offer more things to the ladies, the newbies coming into the event industry.
Yeah.
You know, so I got a lot of good things coming. I got a book dropping late fall.
Come on.
For those that want to know what Miss Kim be doing, you know, stay tuned for the book drop. But yeah, just enjoying this 50s over here, baby. But just like you, Rebecca, you know, I felt like, wow, I am 55. I should be further along. You know, but so I thought, but God got, hey, I'm on this journey and he the director, so I'm going to listen.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and it's freedom over here, baby. It's freedom.
freedom. Okay, so now let's hear from the baby, the baby of the group.
The baby.
I'm over here struggling at 35, and y'all talking about y'all struggling. So we ain't gonna never get it. No, what's up with that? Nah, but I can't wait to be grown up like y'all. But however, I am always moving with Jordan's Heart. Listen, we are still moving, still taking donations, still trying to make it happen, still trying to help the people get them counseling, get them resources. We are moving. So it's Jordan's Heart is active pumping. That's what I'm moving with. I got a few things coming up in September. So y'all stay tuned to my life. If you don't follow me, follow my page. And you'll see. Got some great things popping.
Absolutely. And y'all tell us what your hat say. Tell us what the hat
not say. Today saying I came prepared.
What?
Yes.
Always ministry down.
Yes.
Absolutely. So shout out to everybody who was rocking with us. We got a couple of people that's on, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Do us a favor, tag some people to hop on the live. Today is the first morning tea in about a month since I've actually moved. So excited to have my ladies on board. So we're gonna get into this tea gossip segment. We got some interesting things to talk about. But listen, this morning tea topic, morning tea topic, we are definitely pulling back the layers as women, and we having an authentic conversation. So y'all make sure that y'all don't go nowhere. Keep it right here. We're gonna go back to some tea gossip, and then we're gonna get into this morning tea topic.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now it's time for Entertainment News, the Tea Gossip segment, right here on the Morning Tea Radio Show.
All right, y'all, that is the Tea Gossip segment. And if you aren't familiar with the Tea Gossip segment on the show, is where we talk about entertainment news. It can also be something that has happened last night, because my mother is the Tea Gossip segment queen. She is going to let me know what's popping. If it's and if anybody has sat down with a conversation, my mama knows so much about what's going on in the industry. Sometimes I be sitting back looking at her like, where are you getting all of this from? Because she be hitting these streets. You know what I mean? So shout out to my mama. I know she's on YouTube, tuned in and listening this morning. But the entertainment news, tea gossip segment is things that happen each and every day. It could be something that's happening in the world. It could also be entertainment, but it's tea gossip. And one thing about the morning tea, sometimes we don't have gossip tea all the time. Like, we have real authentic conversations, but we have the tea gossip segment is just talking about things in the entertainment industry. So listen, y'all, Brandy and her daughter, Sarai, are starring in a new Lifetime movie, and they're playing sisters in the movie. So when I actually looked at the promo picture, I was like, oh my God, they really do look like sisters.
They do.
I didn't even know that the girl was. I'm still, I still look at Brandy as, if I didn't see her in the Hallmark movies during the holidays, I would still think she was Lil Brandy, right?
Alicia.
Seeing her daughter, Moesha, but seeing her daughter she looks like her sister for real. I'm like, this girl haven't aged at all. So the new Lifetime holiday film will premiere as part of the network's annual It's a Wonderful Lifetime slate. Brandy, who is 46, will not only star in this festive flick, but also serve as an executive producer, while her daughter Sarai, 23, makes her acting debut in a significant co-starring role. One thing that I can say about their family, they make sure they put you on.
Yeah.
Like Brandy put Ray J on. Now she putting her daughter on. Her parents put both of them on. So it's almost like they make sure that there's not a disconnect. There's not a disconnect when it comes to the family, which is interesting because, and I don't know if y'all think this, and tell me y'all thoughts. It seems like Brandy distances herself from Ray J because of the life that he lived. She's pretty quiet. Like you don't hear nothing about her. She is a mother. Once she became a mother, it's like, okay, I want the private life, the soft girl life, because her brother is definitely, he out here. He
main character energy all the time. He's always giving main character energy, but she definitely is a different, like they like night and day to me all the time.
Yeah, and definitely you can tell he don't mention her a lot. You don't even see Brandy. Like Brandy don't do no interviews. She don't be out nowhere. Although she is coming in concert with Monica and LaToya. So that's gonna be pretty dope. That's
gonna be really good.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty dope. So that's that's Brandy and her daughter Sarai. But also check this out. Unhinged Trump comes for Gayle King and says her career is over and she has no talent in a social media rant. Of course, we know Trump. I don't know how, and I'm not gonna stay on this long.
Yeah.
I don't know how we have a president that is more into mess than he is politics.
Girl.
I'm like,
makes no sense.
I don't even know how. However, and you think we all are Christians. We all know that God is in control of everything. I'm trying to see the message God is sending in this.
It's some entertainment. It's entertainment.
Get right.
Entertainment.
Get tight and get right.
Like, what is that part, Jay? That part. I'm like, what is this? But anyway, this is what the man said. Gayle King's career is over. She should have stayed with her belief in Trump. She never had the courage to do so. No talent, no ratings, and no strength. Why is he coming for Gayle like that? Why he didn't come for Oprah?
But he's always gonna eat. So
I'm like,
she ain't got nothing to worry about.
No, he really don't. And then there's no message that says that there was a rebuttal or a clapback from Gayle or any of those things. But it's just a matter of fact, he pick and choose. He know who to come for and who not, though, because he didn't choose Oprah. He chose her friend. He's stupid because Oprah got the long legs and about to fool with her. He's not about to fool with her. But yeah, so that was the entertainment news. Any other news that y'all have? Anything that y'all heard about? No P. Diddy stuff. I don't know what's going on, but they said that Trump's trying to pardon the man. So we'll see how that's gonna go. Let's see what the people saying on in the comments. In the comments, Jessica said, "Happy birthday! Good morning, Pat. Good morning, morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We appreciate y'all." My father, Rebecca, says, "Daughter speaks highly of you. Got her now, holding you responsible." Holding you responsible.
Pressure much?
Right. And then Marcy said, "He is who he is. Some of us voted for this fool because they didn't want a woman president." Very true. Yeah. Absolutely, very true. So, y'all, that was the entertainment news. I didn't want to stay on the entertainment news a whole lot because guess what? We got a hot topic, a morning tea topic. We got some tea that is smoking hot. So, y'all make sure that y'all don't go anywhere. We're going to get into the morning tea topic. The topic today is too real for the box. The bold truths of womanhood. So I got 3 ladies that's going to definitely pull back the layers and speak their truth. Be honest, open, and transparent with everybody that's tuned in. Make sure that y'all comment. Discuss what it is. If you've been feeling a certain type of way, use this time to acknowledge it, because as women, there are a lot of things that we battle on a day-to-day basis, right? That people don't even know that we battle. It can be internally, mentally, whatever the case may be, we do battle. And so it is Women's Worth Wednesday. So I'm gonna play this drop and then we're gonna get right into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
It's your girl, Mika Diamond, right here on the Morning Tea Radio Show.
All right, y'all. So let's get into it. I'm so glad that I have you guys with me this morning. It's so amazing to see your faces. But y'all, as I shared before we went into the drop, you know, we as women deal with a lot of things. It may be something going on with your significant other. It may be your children. It may be as entrepreneurs, we're going through the mental strain of, okay, when they gonna pay this invoice? Because the first is coming up. Like bills are due on the first.
Yeah.
Any of those things. And so I wanted to have this conversation because on Women's Worth Wednesday, this is what we do. We join as women, we have conversations, be it about relationships. The men are able to listen to the women and the things that we talk about and get a perspective based on us having an authentic conversation. So the real, too real for the box was, it came because oftentimes, and I've been saying this earlier this week, that sometimes we have to wear this mask. We have to have this mask on. We have to portray things are all together, especially if you are a public figure. Like you can't go out and, you know, y'all know what it is.
That's what saved me. That's what saved me.
Right.
That's what saved me.
Yeah. And so the conversation is going to be unapologetic. It's going to be unfiltered. And there's variables within this conversation that we're going to talk about. So let's talk about the being authentic in your own personal identity. Because Rebecca, you always share your story, which I absolutely love, about your journey of how you've gotten from one place to the next. So if we can be open, honest, and transparent, let's talk about some of the masks that you wore. And then now, since you just said 50 and I don't, you know, let's talk about that. How did you get to that space? Because there's a lot of people that may be in a space that they don't know how they can get to be free and take the mask off and reveal who they truly are.
Exactly. Yeah. For one, as a business owner, so many people out here wear the mask of, oh, I always have it, or I always got it figured out, or I'm living this best life, or they make it so financial as an entrepreneur. And for me, I don't like, that's why I've never felt the lifestyle marketing was for me, because one, I know where I started. So I don't want that little young girl that's looking that feels like, you know, I don't have this right now, so I'm not good enough, or I don't have that, or I'm not good enough, so I'm just not going to do it at all. So for me, it has always been just being who I am, so they can see who I am. Because then if I'm faking, if I'm hiding behind this mask of, oh, I got it all together, when I don't, then what's going to happen? Because I'm going to lose them. I'm going to lose that audience, because they're going to feel like, well, goodness, we thought it was this. So I've just always felt like showing my true self from the beginning, because it's going to be days to where you may come in my office and there's no lights or something, anything, because things happen. So I've always felt like, you know, if there was a mask that I was wearing, it was one that keeping it all together, keeping it all together at all times. And that has gotten harder and harder as I've gotten older.
Yeah.
So now I just have to crack, you know, I just have to, if that means going in my closet screaming, if that means putting my head in a pillow screaming, or just crying for 3 hours straight, I have to let it out. But that was one of the things that I did for so many years. I just hid behind this, how you doing? And in the inside, I'm just breaking, because I was the go-to for everything, for everybody. So that's how I released that. So now it's just like, I got boundaries. I don't got it. I can't be that for you today. I got, you know, today is just going to have to be a no life and day. It's not, I don't have it for nothing or nobody. I have to refill my own cup. And that's what has helped me.
Yeah, that's good. So Kim, I want to ask you this question, because sometimes we have these inner things that's been hidden for whatever reason. It could be hidden because you're in a relationship and you know, like, this is something that I want to do. This is who I want to be. This is something that within my lifetime that I want to do. You know what I mean? If you could look at your life and say, what is the one thing that you hid for a very long time that now that you're free about, what would that be?
Oh, wow. Well, for most of those that may know, I was in a very toxic marriage for 10 years. Okay. And so I hid my truth. Truth is being high energy. Let's go. You know, I'm the encourager. I'm all about support, love, laughter. You know, I am that girl that loves and claps for everyone. And people would always come to me, and I had to encourage while I was suffering. I've always been a giver. I had to give even when I didn't have for myself. So I hid behind oh, I'm doing good. You know, I didn't want to talk bad about the spouse, even though I had these thoughts of how many pow-pows I got. You know? But so I hid the happy married life for 10 years. Okay. Protecting him when on the inside I was suffering. So now that I've taken that mask off, I'm learning how to say no. Like you say, Rebecca, no. No. You're gonna watch how you talk to me. That energy, that's where that come from. And I mean that you're gonna, you know, so I deal day to day with some triggers that I still have, you know, because it's like, wait a minute, you're not gonna talk to me like that, babe. I did that for 10 years. I'm listen, we're not about to do that. So yeah, just setting my boundaries, loving on me, loving this life. You know, every day ain't perfect. You know, I done lost a lot of money, and I've learned during that time that God, if I could just get my peace, and give me my peace. I had the big house, everything, nice car, baby. Let me tell you, give me my peace. And we can work out all that stuff later. So you can't put a price on peace. And when I say that, I truly mean that. Because my prayer was like, Lord, if you put me in a box, just me and my peace, baby, that's why I celebrate myself daily. I clap for myself daily. And hey, it's like, no, watch how you talk to me. You know, you don't want no smoke.
She done said that about 4 times.
So watch how you talk to her. You know, so watch how you come at me. So that's
standing on business.
Yeah, I'm standing on business. So you know, but it's life is what you make it. I mean, you know, I'm in a place now. I may laugh a lot. May be too much for people, but baby, stay over there with that energy, because I didn't laugh or smile for 10 years. I'm sorry. Wow. You know, I didn't do it. So if you don't need a laugh, a joke, or something like that, don't call me yet.
But you know what? I feel like there are a lot of people, or a lot of women, that they settle for mediocre, not understanding that there's so much beyond the sense of just peace and happiness, right? There's nothing that says that you have to, if it's not, and I'm not saying that every relationship is going to be perfect,
right?
But what I am saying, there are certain parts that you know,
oh yeah,
that's either not going to change, or if you're belittling yourself, or you don't have a voice, or you are just not happy with yourself, you are being put down, you've lost security within yourself. These are things that's just not a part of life, a part of loving and growing and being happy and all of those things. And it's so common. It is so common for you to sit in it, and you look up and it's 12, like you said, you sat for 10 years. And I feel like as women, we need to understand you can be happy by yourself.
Because I got so comfortable with the nice cars. I drove luxury cars. I had a nice over 3,000 square
with the
foot
lifestyle.
home.
You was comfortable with the lifestyle.
Yeah, and it's like, oh man, I ain't gonna start over. I'm up in A. Man, I said, nah, listen. Orange is not my favorite color. I probably could rock it now because I got that glow. But baby, look, give me my piece. Give me my piece.
Yeah.
Just give me my piece.
I'm tagging Jay because Jay is over there hot and ready to
Listen.
speak. Go ahead. I'm high fiving you, Jay.
Like
Go ahead.
I stand from for being authentic because it comforts our insecurities too.
Yes.
Like, so one of the things that we like, oh, I don't want to do that because it speaks to our insecurities, and sometimes our insecurities speaks louder than what we need to go. One of the things that I'm walking through is even from today's standpoint, right? So hearing y'all as a young person and a young person, because I'm young. Listen, I be thinking I'm old, but now I feel like I'm a baby for real. So as a young person, it's like it's still time to work. It's still time to process. It's still daily. Like, I think that one of the most inauthentic things is trying to balance. We are taught, even as Black girls, is that we have to put on this persona because we are Black women, and if we give anything, we're gonna give off anger, but that's not always true. So it's hard. So if we don't give anger, they're gonna take advantage of us. When we're not taught balance. You understand what I'm saying? So I think the most challenging thing is not letting the box. People box us into our insecurities because it's easy to say, oh, okay, well, I felt that way anyway, and let God speak louder. Like God called you to be bold. God didn't put you in a box, and people place you in a box all the time. Every day, people place you in a box and say, "This is what it looks like. This is what it's and that's not always true because I'm bigger than I'm not bigger than God, but God is bigger than the box.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I think that's a lot of validation too.
Yes.
Like knowing who you are, whose you are, all of those different things play a huge part in that. But if we can be honest, sometimes we get in those relationships and we forget.
Yes.
We will forget for the sake of comfort.
Yeah.
For the sake of companionship, of just wanting a companion. It was so crazy, funny because, and if Miss Sharon is still on, her and I interviewed yesterday about the event, the 40 plus, 40 flirty event that's taking place in August. And some of the questions that she asked me, it took me back. Like, it took me back to like, wow, I really grew through that. Like, I can really sit up here and talk about the growth factor,
a beautiful thing,
what transpired from then. And one of the biggest things for me was there was a pause season for me. There was a waiting season for me that I could not understand why the key would not turn to open the door. For 3.5 years. It took that long. And the thing that what I understood now, or what I understand now, is the reason why that key didn't turn is because what was coming after that season. So sometimes we sit in it, and we don't understand, and we want God to do these things, and we want him to do it, really quickly, or we want him to turn the key, or we want him to change the situation or the scenario. And after it was over, I looked and I was like, you know what? You was building patience. You was helping mold me into understanding what I can do, the small things that really don't matter, that I was making huge. Understanding the blessing of what he was preparing me for once I received it. All of those different things made a huge difference. And so, repeat from what you said, Jay, and all of us really, sometimes we have to look at those things. And I always talk about being in the moment, an emotional moment, and having to really look at, what is the Lord showing me in this? I'm truly upset. I'm upset. I'm mad. I don't feel good. It does not feel good. I want to scream. I want to choke. I want to slap. I want to do all the things.
But what's the lesson?
What's the lesson? And also, what's the blessing in it? The blessing in it. Because although I went through those things, there was a blessing for what was to come. There was a blessing for the connection. The reason, the seasons on why they changed, and people started looking different. Right? It's not the same crew. However, so it's important. So I want to ask y'all this too. How do we code switch? And when I say code switch, I'm talking about how do we wear the many faces that we have to wear? If we go into church, Jay, we have to have this face. If we go into business, Rebecca, we got to have this face. How do we change? How as women? Because some people can't do it.
Well, because I was in bondage for 10 years, I'm coming as me. I'm sorry. I mean, they done put me out the church. And when I say they done put me out the church, what I mean is like, you know how it is, I'm just real, well, how you doing, sister so-and-so? And at that moment, if I'm pissed off, if I could say that word, I'm going to tell you that, right? You asked me, how am I doing? And so it was shocking to some people. And I'm like, well, don't you want me to tell you the truth? I know I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I know I'm blessed, but you asked me how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pissed off. Like, I'm mad. Like, I'm not going to wait to get in the car and say that. You asked me the question. Here it is. Here it is. So that's me, because I did it for so long. And, if I got to be over here by myself, me and the Lord, then so be it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you say, Rebecca? Because there's so many layers. All of us individually, there's layers to us, right? And we always, and I don't want people to get confused with me saying the code switch. It's nothing wrong with it, because the different avenues and different places on where you are. And yes, Kim, keeping it real, I don't care what face you have. It should be a real face.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Right. There's sometimes, based on the situation, the scenario, the environment that you're in, like we talked about, we internally battle with things. How do we switch? Like, how do we go outside or be in these rooms and wear the mask that we have to wear? What do y'all feel? Or how do you cope with certain things? Or what is your mindset when it goes to, because listen, it can make you or it can crack you.
I was going to say that I did it for so long. Like, I go to these places, or I hear people come to me in my office and they be like, oh, Rebecca, you're just doing so good. Oh, I must be nice. Oh, I wish I was in others. And inside, I'm just like, girl, you just don't know. I'm like $50 away from at any moment now, we can be asked to leave out of here.
Yeah.
But my responsibility for so long to keep that encouraged and not tell people I'm really struggling or I'm going through this, because I didn't want to encourage, because people saw my steps. They saw my phase of where I came from doing taxes out of my house to now in this building, to now helping others, to now giving back to the community, to doing that. So I didn't want them to think, oh my God, even though she done did so much that we think, she still struggles. But then I realized that's unfair. Because then I'm still doing what these people out here who faking do. So it was hard for me to kind of hold in or listen to that, or, wear that, oh, it's all good. And inside, I was really, 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 really struggling. So for me now, I like, kind of like Kim say, without just going and be like, girl, my life could be out, without like going into it like that.
It's etiquette.
Exactly. I kind of let people know it's not all glitz and glamour. It's not all that all the time. And although people get on social media and make you feel like you this little if you go through things or you whatever, what I have learned is that people are going to be one way. And if you confide or whatever, the first time they're upset or whatever, they're going to spill your truth anyway. So I just tell my own story. I'm gonna tell my own. And I said on Facebook the other day, I'm like, y'all, I'm about to be famous. Ain't nobody gonna try to get money out of me by my background. I done used the paper food stamps before. I done did this. I done did that. I'll tell my own story and put it out there. And I think that's what we have to be so much more open to do, to let people know it's not always pretty. It's not always glitz and glamour.
Yeah.
So.
What about you, Jay? Yeah, that's good. Because it's not. And that's one thing that I love about your stories that you share, because they are your authentic stories that you put on social media to let everybody know. I always say there's a glory story. Like if every section or every growth period of your life is going to be a pain growth. Sometimes, I should say, not all the time. But a lot of time, and it's good growth. It's good paying growth. Like you understand, because you understand now, Rebecca, you understand the value of things.
Right.
You
Exactly.
know how to sustain. And then people, for me, people don't want the fluff all the time. They don't want it to be perfect all the time. Like make it relatable to somebody that may not be on your level yet. To just
Exactly.
yeah, I've went through that. I understand you feeling that way because I did too. This is how I came out of it. This is what I did, and that's the part that God wants anyway. But go ahead, Jay.
I'm not big on the word code switch at all. However, I do know discernment. I'm me. Anybody who really know me know that I'm me. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna joke, but I do reserve some of me from the people.
That's good.
So I guess it's not so much of code switching versus reserving and using discernment. And so I know what rooms I can say, hey, I'm about to, hey, pick me up. I'm about to follow. Hey, gather thyself with certain people versus walking to like Rebecca said, can't nobody tell my story like I'm telling you, going through what I went through. I learned that people will make up a story that fits their narrative anyway. Like regardless of who you are, people make up their own story. And so I've learned to use discernment. Like I'm honest about who I am.
Yeah.
Hands down. Like anybody who knows me, I'm honest. If you ask me a question, I'm gonna give you an honest answer about Jay. Can't nobody tell you about me more than me.
Right.
So if you come to me, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
However, I'm not just gonna I'm not just gonna give you anything, like everything about me.
Yeah.
Like, that's to me, that's like,
and you shouldn't.
not necessary.
Yeah.
However, it's times where like we like the retreat, right? But we have to take back and say, hey, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
If y'all would have seen me a month ago today, y'all would be like, oh, it's not the same person. However, I have friends for that. I have people for that. I just have places to go and just say boom. So it's not easy to code switch versus learn how to be transparent without oversharing. I guess that's the thing too.
Yeah.
I can give you the ugly parts, and if like I said, I can give you the ugly parts, but sometimes it's like, well, wait, that's too much. And even when I become famous, because Beyonce, listen, we've seen the ugly parts of Beyonce as Houstonians. However, that's still a part of Beyonce life that we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that it's not code switching. I think that you just have to use discernment. Like, especially
I like how you said, having the support system, because when we have to take the mask off and just really be full transparent, to have those sisters, that safe place that you can really go to and they don't judge you.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people judge when they know certain things, like, oh, I didn't know she talked like that. She's talking all this, so it's good to have that support system, like you mentioned, Jay, because we all need it, we all need it.
That's even in all things, like even like I can speak about relationships, right? Been married, been divorced. Yeah, I can talk about the ugly parts of co-parenting. I can talk about the ugly parts of all my life, right? However, I can talk about domestic violence. I can talk about it all. However, which room? It's about knowing your room. I think Mika always talks about this is about knowing your room, knowing your audience. This room might not, my business room don't need to know that I had this domestic violence situation too. Right. This group of women want to know, like, how did you make it through the mud? So it's about knowing your audience too. Like I said, I'm not so much. I don't so much a code switch. However, I do read the room.
Yeah, absolutely. And
you reserve some information. Yeah.
And you definitely, because some people aren't ready for what you have. They're not ready to receive what you have to say anyway.
Right.
So you have to be really careful of how they're going to use the information, and then being discerned and having discernment, you know when to say it and how to say it and who to say it to. Because he will definitely give, okay, this is the time to say something. Kim will tell you. If Rebecca will tell you, you will tell. If I call you okay, the Lord said. Are you ready for it? Kim be like, oh Lord, like,
buckle up.
I stay in trouble, y'all.
Me too, Kim.
Yeah, and then sometimes, because sometimes I battle. Me and God be having a tug of war. I be like, Lord, I don't know how they gonna receive this, and he'd be like, It don't matter. I'm telling you what
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
But saying all of that to say, Jay, yes, there's a certain time and a certain place that you are supposed to expose certain things
Right.
to certain people. Because not only is it just you saying it, but it also has to be received how the Lord wants them to receive what you have to say. And if it's not right, if it don't feel right, if it don't look right, if it's not to be said at that particular time, then you will know, because you have discernment on if you should say it or if you shouldn't say it. So here's something else that I want to talk about, and it was something I wanted to say based on what we was talking about, but maybe it'll come back to me. Have you guys ever dealt with this, right? And I got to make sure I keep my face right. Have you ever dealt with people saying that you're too much, or you're this, or you're that? And people are intimidated because, like, let's talk about some of those situations. And then for those who may feel that way or been in that space where you have been intimidated, let's talk about that, because I feel like some people, some women, they feel like because they roll up, and listen, I have them, but I don't want nobody to be intimidated by it. They have a nice bag or they have a nice car, and they want to put off this persona of, I want you to look at me a certain type of way because I have this, I have that. So let's talk about y'all's journeys. Even if it wasn't that scenario, it could be Rebecca because you've grown in your business. You know, it could be Kim because you've cut people, whatever the case may be. Let's talk about the growth factors of that being too much. And all of that. Look at Jay with her finger right here.
Listen, I'm like acting like intimidation is crazy. I can see it from both sides. Let me say that. Being full transparency, I can see it from both sides. I've been intimidated, been intimidated by people. And people have been intimidated by me. Yeah. And it's crazy because being on both sides of it, you don't always see people's hand when intimidation comes, right? So you be thinking like the whole time, they telling you one thing, you think they have your best interest. You got to be careful because it's tricky. Yeah. Because you'll be thinking they have your best interest in hand when they're intimidated about gender. Yes. And so knowing that, I think that it's crazy to me because it's like, dang, I thought you was in my corner, but you have to know, again, that's one of them things that you got to go back and remember who you are and whose you are, because God is the only one who knows where you're going. Yeah. So you have to realize that intimidation is big and realize, like, I can take advice I can hear a lot of people say, oh, you do good if you do this, you do good at that, but what is God? Go back to God. Now, being the person who's intimidated by people, like, oh man, I can't get that. Like, I've literally had to sit down with myself and take accountability in my intimidation, because it overflows to other areas, and you mess up relationships, you mess up relationships in general because of your intimidation. And I had to walk through that. Like I can remember some of the early years of my marriage, and I was like, oh man, I would be intimidated by successful marriages. Yeah. And so I would be intimidated by it, and so I would judge it, and so it becomes so harsh. And now my friend don't want me around because I can judge their marriage. My intimidation. So I think it's more so it's a battle that you need to deal with. Like, be honest with yourself and say, like, I think people are not honest with themselves that they're intimidated, or that people talk about, because you're not at that level yet. And so if you can't be honest with yourself, then you're gonna always be intimidated, or you're gonna always have it's gonna always be an undertone to everything that you do. And it shows. People don't think intimidation shows, baby. It's ugly, it's nasty, and we see it. We see it. We see it big. We know.
And then for me, sometimes I feel like you don't even know why you intimidated, because and I know we all can speak to this. It took a whole lot for me to get to where I am. Yeah. And you just now scratching the surface. Yeah. But you're supposed to be on my level, boo boo kitty. Yeah. Like, you don't know the struggles. Yeah. Yeah.
When you do, and that's the crazy thing, because you can use that instead of changing from using your intimidation changing from intimidation to using it as a blueprint. Like,
but
I want to get people some people don't have the capacity to do that.
Yeah. They caught up in what they see.
Yeah.
And
they're caught up in
themselves.
I want to look like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they have to keep it going.
Yeah.
Okay, Rebecca, so you give me your perspective.
So I don't think, and maybe if I have, y'all tune in and let me know, but I don't think I've ever been intimidating to people. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't think. But I have been intimidated by so much, but it wasn't for stuff, because I don't come from money. So stuff has never been a big thing for me. But when I sat behind my desk for so many years and I kept my head down, didn't network, didn't do any of that, it was because I didn't feel good enough. I didn't feel I was as far along as I should. I didn't think I was doing as well, because people get on social media and be like, I got this. I'm like, God, I work so hard. Why I don't have that? But it wasn't until I started getting out of my comfort zone, getting behind that desk, going to these places, and realize I'm her.
You are that girl.
They not even, they lie, these conversations. And I'm like, all alone, I'm sitting here just shrinking, because I'm thinking, working hard to try to get to a level that they ain't even, I've been there that yet.
Yeah.
But, and so it's like, I don't understand how people will say I'm this when they're really not. Because for me, when I go home and get in my bed at night, I want to go to bed. I don't want to be struggling with, oh Lord, I made them think I got this, and I'm gonna turn this jack.
I pay your $2,500.
But I'm broke. I'm broke.
I don't have it. Like, for me, it's always been for me that I just want to show you all of who I am, because I don't want you to assume it, and then when you really come see the truth, I want that truth to be what I've already said it was, because I don't have the time or the bandwidth to try to be somebody who I'm not. It just takes so much energy.
It does.
It takes so much energy.
It's almost like you have to wear all of these faces with different people, but what is your real face? Like, who are you really? And the thing about it, what I feel is, though, I think people have to put on this persona to fit in, to feel like to validate. They need these other things to validate who they are. Like, they need to feel like, I need to be attached to this. I need to be a part of this, because that's going to add value to me. No, you just purchased the ticket. Like, you just in the room. Like, it doesn't. And so I feel like, because a lot of people tell me that before I am where I am, guys used to say I was I'm like, what are you intimidated for? Like, I didn't know how to come at you. Why?
Hello.
So guess what? I'm glad you didn't come. I'm so glad you didn't.
Exactly.
I don't need no tink man.
That I knew, and I know, and I knew whoever it was had to be somebody. And even my mother said and told them they have to be secure in themselves, because I am not dumbing me down for nobody. Like, I've worked too hard to get to where I am, to say that I'm just going to be back in the shadows. And I lived that life before. So that's a trigger for me. So it's not about, it's about you being your authentic self and whatever that authenticity looks like. However, feeling like you have to be somebody else to be validated, you don't have to do those things. And sometimes you can get in those scenarios where you're looking at people that's growing faster, that's making more money than you. Congratulations. I'm happy.
Exactly.
The Lord is blessing you.
Great job.
My season is coming, though.
My
whatever that looks like for me, it was for me. And the timing was perfect.
Exactly.
So that's how I feel about it. I've never been intimidated by anything. I've been inspired, but I've never been intimidated. So Kim, you tell us your perspective.
Well, I would say I was told that I was intimidating, and I'm like, why? Like, like what the hell, but have I ever been intimidated? I would say I used to feel like I had to speak a certain way. I'm not all about that eloquence and using all these big words that I got to Google, figure out if I use it right. Baby, I'm gonna need you to catch up. I talk fast. We're gonna have this conversation.
You need to catch up.
I'm not using the thesaurus to talk to you today.
Exactly. You need to catch up.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, so the younger me, when I used to care about what people say, would be like, "Oh, she just doesn't speak." Girl, listen, I'm not about to do that. So now that I had to go through that season, that baby, you're gonna have to take it as I deliver it. I mean, I'm not for everybody.
Yeah.
And the thing of it is, I'm being who I am.
Yeah.
You know, real talk. I know people like, does she ever get serious? Yes, I know how to get serious. But at the end of the day, baby, if you don't want to know the truth, don't ask me the question.
Yeah.
It's about maturity, though.
That's all I'm gonna say. And yeah, so, and I'm not intimidating, you know. I like to look good when I go places. You know, it is whatever. Now, if I'm in my house, when I feel like snatching this off, you know, whatever, I'm gonna snatch it off.
It is what it is. Look, love all of me when I snatch it off too.
Yeah, so, you know,
Girl, I was listening to this quick.
Yeah.
Stick a pin in the Kim. I was watching Jamal Bryant, and he was talking about his wife, right? And he said, y'all be seeing her with all of these clothes on and this makeup and these lashes. He said, but if y'all saw her when she get in the bed to go to sleep at night, she a whole nother woman. And I said,
yes. But know this too. When I do step outside, I'ma still look like the same person if I'm not outside. Some people step outside, you be like, girl, you're the same person.
Yeah.
So yeah. But you know, hey.
But I think it's good to have these type of conversations because I just want women to know that you don't have to be intimidated. You can be inspired. Please. And at some time you may have been intimidated. Yeah. But you do not know the glory story on what it took, how it took, the sacrifices that we have had to make or that person has had to make, even if it's real. Because let me tell y'all something. I put out a post this week because people are dealing with the spirit of delusion. And I was laughing, but I was serious because, and my reason of saying that is because people feel like they have to have this perception and not be their authentic self. And if we can be honest, we love, if somebody is gonna love you and they gonna like you, they would rather love the real authentic you than to have to worry about who are you today or who are you in the next moment, because now I can't trust you because you switched up on me and I don't know this one. You know what I'm saying? So
I hear you though, Mika, but I don't know because people
no, I know.
Some people. No, I'm saying people. Some people feed off of the fake people, though. Like, yeah. So I don't know. Like, I can't say everybody want the real you. Like, that's not. I don't think that's true. Real people want the real you, but some of them people want real. Let's clarify that. Real people wants the real you. Real people will take you at your authentic self. But however, some of them people feed off of. That's just, because that's
birds of a feather flock together, baby.
Because that's what reality TV. Like, we don't know. Like, people. I don't watch reality TV because it get on my nerve. However, people who feed life like you don't know these people real life, and they'll swear they know these people real life.
Yeah,
so they feed off of it. So we live in a society where people feed off of the fake. So
that's true.
Feed off
that's
the
true.
Instagram posts, feed off the likes. Like so. Like, I don't know if that's true because people don't really. People say they want the real, but some people don't want the real. Like, to me, that's not.
They can't handle the truth. Is that what it is? They just can't handle. They can't handle the truth. That's it.
Raw. Can you handle my raw? Because I don't want that for it. Some people don't.
Miss Pamela on the live. So thank y'all so much for still tuning in. She said, "What is your real face?"
Yeah. I want you, Pamela. What you look like, girl?
I want the truth. However,
Brady said, be truthful, the whole truth, and nothing
but the truth. So help you God.
Because I take you as you are. I take you as you are. You
can't take people for face value no more, though. That's
like it's just and really I was being funny when I did that, but I was it's running rapid. And here's my thing with that. When I was a kid, or when we all were kids and we had career day at school, we saw all of these, people that were in corporate America. They come to the school, they win their suits, they in their business stuff, they are. So we were inspired, we were motivated. Oh my God, we could see ourselves being a doctor, we could see ourselves being a dentist. We all of those jobs, those careers that we, when we were kids, they told us that these were the high paying positions and all of these different things. However, when you continue to, we don't know how long it could have took them 25, 30 years to get to that position. We don't know if they making $15 an hour, but we've been told they making $45, $60 an hour. We don't have proof of those specific things. So
Right.
we're going, our mindset, we are inspired by who they are, and we can see ourselves. And a lot of times, especially us in business, I know Rebecca, I know myself, I know we all have been in a situation where we've gotten a client or somebody has called and said, I spent my money with this person and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
It didn't work out. However, the thing is, the perception was this was their level of expertise in a specific area. My whole thing is it makes it harder for the ones who truly, truly know how to fulfill whatever that pain point is. But we got to work 5 times harder
Yeah.
because you out here playing like you got it and you don't.
And you don't. What? Yeah.
So that was my whole thing with the spirit of delusion. Y'all got to start vetting these people, asking people for referrals. You know, stop just all of a sudden doing things. And I've always said, now I'm in a pursuit of permission. I'm asking God, Lord, discern this relationship. Should I be partnered with them? Because I'm tired of bumping my head up against the wall because my heart is leading with love.
And wasting money.
Listen, this days is over with. Well, I keep bumping my head. I got sores, bruises, and I don't want them anymore.
And I thank all y'all for getting all them sores, so I don't have to.
Yeah.
Listen. So you gotta listen to some wise counsel.
Wise counsel. So let's talk about, okay, y'all. So we are at the top of the hour. First, want to give a shout out to everybody who was commenting, all the women who are on Women's Worth Wednesday for just celebrating with us, coming back on the radio, coming back on the morning tea. Just excited about what's going to take place. And y'all going to see more of them because I love me a girly conversation. Like I love it. So I wanted us to leave off with being your authentic yourself, right? What is the one lesson that you can say out of whatever that lesson is? Could be relationship, could be business wise, could it be something about yourself that you are grateful for, that you had to go through some things and now you're on the other side of it. Rebecca, I'll let you go first.
Go through some things and on the other side of it. Well, basically just what I've talked about today. Definitely have been through a lot of things, going through things now. And what I've learned is that it's okay to wear it. People always say, don't wear what you're going through. It's okay to wear it. I'm not okay. I lost my aunt a few months ago and it still hurts today. I still cry about it today. And when people say, oh, you're okay, are you okay? No, and then because for so long I hid behind, oh, I'm fine. And I'm dying inside because so much overwhelm is just taking over because I'm trying to suppress it. I don't do that anymore. I'm not okay, and I'm going to be okay with saying I'm not okay. Because I think that's what helps me to be okay, is to sharing that and voicing that. So if somebody wants to pray for me, if somebody wants to be there for me, if somebody wants to check in on me, they know that I'm in need of that because I have voiced that. So for me, it's stop holding in everything, stop suppressing, stop being like everything's fine when it's not. I've got to the point to where it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's good counsel. All right, Kim.
I would say for me, because I'm a lovable person, I do want to be someone's wife, baby, because I'm wife material. Okay.
Come on.
And so being in bondage for listen, baby. Listen, where my bow at?
They was gonna know.
I don't know if I want Boaz.
I'm doing it wrong.
I want one. I don't know if it's Boaz. I'll take one, but not Boaz.
Listen, but what really seriously, even going through that very toxic marriage that I was in, it now being on this side, it has shown me that I'm a lovable person and I'm not bitter. Okay. I'm not bitter. I was just with the wrong. That was something I had to go through, it just taught me that I am better than what they wanted me to think I was. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have a voice. I didn't love me. He tried to make me not love myself. Okay. And so to know that he didn't win because I love myself. And I'm ready, to love whoever's lovable,
Yeah.
not whoever, but the right one, because I ain't got all day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And what about you, Jay?
I've learned to unbox myself and be
That's
accountable to my
good.
growth. Be accountable to myself, to my growth, to my maturing. Understand that, like everybody said, the process, my process is my process, and not allow nobody to box me into my process. If it's a season that I'm not okay, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
If it's a place where I want love, I'm gonna love on you. So enjoy every part of my processes. This is a season where I need to mature. I need to mature. If it's a season where I need to take accountability, I messed up. I need to take accountability. So
Yeah.
unbox my process. And know that it's me and God in this thing. I love everybody, but it's at the end of the day, it's me and God.
Yeah, for sure.
Love that.
One of the things that I learned is to just embrace the now. One of the things, especially as a strategic planner, as a thinker, you think so far ahead on a lot of things. And in business, that's okay. But I'm learning to like embrace the now moments when it comes to my personal side. What I have seen within the last 2 or 3 years, life changes. It can change at the matter of you snapping your fingers. And so I'm trying to take time to embrace life, like embrace the moments of life, like seize the moments. Like we went on the retreat, which was one of the things I was like, oh my God, you just know we needed it as much as we did. Now it's like, okay, where we going next?
We ready.
It's those type of seize the moments just about life, because as we grow our businesses, there's so much that we miss out on. We miss smelling the roses because we're so busy. We're wanting to hustle. We're trying to get the next customer. We're trying to take care of the customers we already have. And when this life is over, it's over. You can't come back and say, I want to go on vacation. You know what I mean? Like there's different things and I'm learning that, that's why on Saturdays and Sundays, unless it's pre-scheduled and I have it on my couch, I'm not working because I need a mental break from just everything that has happened for 5 days. Because as business owners, we take on everything. We may be a counselor in a minute. We may be an attorney in another minute. We may be proving a case in court. It's just so many different things. And then when you have empathy, you take on those different things. So mentally you drain, physically you drain, because you're taking on so many others' responsibilities because of you and your business. And so for me, it's embracing the now moments, like enjoying being on the morning, having a conversation that don't have to do with, well, how much, let's check your analytics. Did
you pay your invoice? Let me do my account.
Let me go and check these analytics while I get this text.
It takes your mind away from it. Even if an hour that we would just embracing conversation is a now moment. It's a moment for us to just step back and say, you know what? There's other things that we don't want to miss. So for me, that's what I've learned. Hustle and bustle is good. Money is good. But when your time is up, you can't take the money with you. You can't take any of those things with you. So I'm learning to embrace relationships. Like I'm learning to love on the people who are authentic and love me. I'm learning to separate myself from the people who don't, because I don't have time to fake and be phony. And if you know me, you know. So all of those type of things that add on is just it's not necessary.
Not necessary.
So for me, that's what I have learned. But I'm excited about this. We're gonna have to do this at least once a month. Just
I know. I hope I can come back.
Right. I like
stuff.
I hope I can come back, y'all. Don't kick me out.
I'm like my good coffee this morning.
For y'all. Don't play with Kim. Don't play with Party Popsicles.
Why can't you talk to me?
Because I'm on the radio.
Right. All right, y'all. So let's talk about some upcoming events. Anything that y'all have that y'all want to share for those people who want to follow you and maybe keep in contact for whatever reason. If y'all want to share that information now, it would be awesome. So we'll go with you, Rebecca.
If you don't already follow me, Rebecca Davis. No. Follow me on all platforms, Rebecca Davis. I do have some things coming up. I will drop those soon, but I do have one big thing coming up, and it's gonna be a wow factor, so I'm not gonna spill it yet. But yes, but follow me. And one thing I will say before I get off of here, into for anybody, y'all, it's never gonna be a perfect time. People are getting up out of here. Do that thing that you've been putting off. Start that business, go on that trip, go on that vacation, tell somebody you love them, tell somebody how you really feel. People are getting out of here, and we don't have always tomorrow. So just keep that in mind and follow me, Rebecca Davis.
Rebecca Davis.
That girl.
That girl, Rebecca. That girl, Rebecca.
All right, Kim.
If you can handle the energy, you can follow me. No, seriously. Like I said, I do event decor. You can follow me at partypossiblerentals.com or Instagram partypossiblerentals. I'm Kimberly Powell on Facebook. You know, I am that curator, your favorite Kimberly. You know, just watch how you talk to me. Love you all, you know, and just live in your true self and just be who you are, because they're going to talk about you whether you're good or bad. So
Absolutely. All right, JJ.
If you want to follow me on social media, J Kelly for my personal page. However, Jordan's Heart for all business ventures, nonprofit connections. If you want to donate to Jordan's Heart, we're accepting donations every day, 5, 10, 15, whatever you want to give. We do help the people get mental health counseling and all other resources needed. Jordan's Heart is on all social media platforms, and J Kelly. And on the ministry side, I am Minister Jaleisha. But you can catch me on either way you want to. Either way, just hit my my inbox. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love God. Let's go.
All right, y'all. And this is your girl Mika Diamond. So, want to give off a congratulations and a salute to Rebecca Davis, who is on the cover of the Business Collective Volume 2. She has an amazing interview, as well as Jay. Jay is telling all the information, the backstory of Jordan's Heart, as well as Kim. All of them are in the Business Bestie Collective Volume 2. An awesome magazine. If you are interested in being a part of the magazine, I will have some information that's coming up, because we do have Volume 3 that will be coming out in November. So we are preparing for that as well. But also Rebecca Davis will be one of the speakers for Brandon and Brunch, the Dallas edition, September the 13th. That's here in Dallas, Texas. Listen, we only have 10 tickets left. Only 10 tickets left. We have no vendor booths left. We have some people that are coming from Oklahoma, Louisiana, California, Atlanta, Houston is going to be in the building. And listen, when I tell you, if you've ever been in a room, and I'm just going to toot my own horn for a second because I have the valid receipts. If you have ever been in a room of an event that I have put together, you definitely don't understand. The energy in the room is different. The energy in the room is different. We are so focused on the connections, the relationships that have been everlasting. To see the relationships that I have seen that has been built, and it's not because of me. It's because of God first. When God gives me a vision and I say yes and I'm obedient and I do it, it's a shift. I promise you it's a shift. And so the people that I'm bringing in the room that's going to be speakers, the vendors, they definitely have a gift that they are willing to share with those for only $64.99. If you want to invest, you can just take your coffee that you order from Starbucks for about a week and you can purchase your tickets. We only have 10 left. If you are in the city of Houston and I'm speaking to you, and you want to cross market, you want to get in a new market to have fresh blood that I talk about all the time, you need to make the investment. I do have some exclusive things that's going to happen on Friday night for those who are coming out of town and the speakers, if they would like to attend, because this is a bond moment. This is a relationship moment that will lead to business. So we do have tickets. You can go on MikaDiamondInc.com and purchase your ticket. And then also the city of Houston on September the 20th, myself and Ms. V is having the Empire Builder Summit. We have some awesome speakers as well. It's going to be, you can go in each session. And then we have a panel. We also have food, all of the things. You can also get headshots. V has someone that is going to be there taking headshots, getting videos, all of the different things to be able to bring exposure to your business. So if you are interested in that as well, We have tickets. And also, Miss Sharon is on the line. If you're single, single, and you would like to mingle, there is an event that's taking place. It's virtual 2 days. The third day is popping in the third. Pop the balloon. We have 4 gentlemen. So we are looking for the women. So if you want to, I did an interview Bishop Greg Davis. And if you don't know who Bishop Greg Davis is, go and check him out on YouTube. He wrote a book. And when I tell you he is a relationship guru, he will definitely be in the building as well. So I'll even say this. If you're a couple and you're needing a little assistance, he gonna keep it real. So make sure that you grab your ticket. Tickets are on sale. I'll make sure that I post all of the information in the chat. One last thing, this Saturday, the World Youth Foundation is doing their annual back to school drive. It's taking place in Houston. It's on the south side of Houston. I'll put the invite, the flyer within the chat as well. If you know anybody that is needing school supplies, or there will be some vendors that will be there as well. Hawkeye Seasoning, Simple Choice Insurance, that's going to help on the health side, on the insurance side. So you guys make sure that if you're not giving back, if you're not going to an event, make sure that you sow into these back to school events, because you just never know, as I shared, when an experience will knock on your door. So I appreciate y'all. Anything else y'all want to leave out with, ladies? Y'all good?
Unmute, ladies. Unmute.
Y'all. Go on today.
Rebecca say unmute. Unmute yourself. Follow me on Mika Diamond on all social media platforms, and we'll be back next week. Same place, same time, same location. Right here, I'm going to leave out on my song because y'all noticed my song, but y'all have an amazing Wednesday. It's Women's Worth Wednesday, and we had an awesome show. See y'all later.
Oh, let the church say, It's gonna be my year that I break every cycle. Let me testify my right hand on the Bible. They threw me away, but I'm glad I got recycled. Trucking in the morning, but I made it through the night, man. Hey, he put you in the dark to see your light worth. Yeah, just for you, that's what your life worth. So go ahead and let your light work. Let it shine. The church say, you agree.